Imagine lounging in your favorite pajamas, scrolling through your social feed, when you get an alert that someone in Siberia has logged into your Instagram account. You don't even own a winter coat. Social media isn't just a harmless collection of selfies and random memes. It's a digital vault full of valuable information that hackers would love to break into. Let's dive into why your accounts are like a treasure chest and how hackers are exploiting them. Hackers love data, and you're the supplier. Your social media account is more than just your virtual scrapbook. It's a digital fingerprint of your life. In 2024, the World Economic Forum emphasized how our increasing digital footprints have opened new doors for cybercriminals. Think about it. Every throwback photo you post, every location you check into, adds another piece to the puzzle for hackers. They can learn where you work, who your friends are, what your hobbies are, and more. To hackers, this isn't just data, it's leverage. They use the details you provide for a wide range of attacks, from phishing to social engineering. If you're checking in at the Hawaii getaway, hackers know you're far from home, which makes targeting your accounts even easier. In 2024, it was also found that hackers could use simple AI-based bots to scrape information directly from social media accounts. Physical access, the classic mistake. What could be easier for a hacker than literally getting their hands on your device? You wouldn't leave your wallet or house keys unattended, but in 2024, people are still leaving their phones out in the open. Hackers can install malware such as Passrevelator, which can reveal all the Wi-Fi networks and credentials saved on your device. Imagine someone picking up your phone while you run to grab your coffee. They could potentially install malware in under a minute and give themselves remote access. Physical access is often overlooked, but it remains one of the simplest and most effective ways for hackers to compromise your device and steal your social media information. Some of the other tools hackers use include cloning apps that mimic trusted services on your phone. Phishing. Old trick, new mask. Phishing isn't a new trick in the book, but it has become much more effective and sophisticated. In 2024, phishing attacks reached new heights with the integration of AI to create more personalized, convincing bait. Hackers now can create near-perfect replicas of popular social media platforms using tools like Snatcher. These tools allow attackers to create a Facebook login page that looks almost identical to the real thing. When users input their credentials, those details are directly harvested by hackers. Phishing is no longer limited to just emails. Hackers have adapted to the times, and now phishing links can arrive through a direct message on Instagram or even as a pop-up ad while browsing. They also use social engineering tactics to play on. The password problem. Passwords. Those pesky combinations of letters, numbers, and symbols that nobody ever seems to get right. In 2024, password-related attacks remain one of the leading causes of social media account breaches. According to cybersecurity data, password spraying and brute force attacks are still incredibly effective. It's shocking how many people continue to use these weak passwords. Brute force attacks, on the other hand, target individual accounts by trying countless combinations until they succeed. Hackers use massive word lists, like the infamous RockU.txt file from a 2009 breach, to try a myriad of possible combinations. The bigger the list, the greater the chance they'll eventually guess the user's password correctly. It's like trying every possible key until the door unlocks, time-consuming but effective. Keyloggers, spying on every keystroke. Keyloggers are like the ninja spies of hacking tools. They stay hidden and record everything you type. Once a keylogger is installed on your device, it becomes a recorder, capturing every username, password, or sensitive message you type. In 2024, advanced keyloggers are even harder to detect, often masquerading as legitimate software. Hackers can plant keyloggers on your device through phishing links, malicious downloads, or even by physically accessing your device. Imagine typing your new Instagram password into your phone. Every keystroke is captured, and the hacker on the other end now has exactly what they need. Keyloggers are dangerous because they allow hackers to gain access not only to your social media, but to anything you do on that device, banking, emails, and more. The key to staying protected is using updated antivirus software. Network sniffing, when public Wi-Fi becomes your enemy. Public Wi-Fi, the blessing and curse of modern times. In 2024, free Wi-Fi at cafes and airports is still a major hotspot for cybercriminals, pun intended. The problem with public networks is that they often lack strong security, making them perfect for a technique called network sniffing. Hackers use tools like Wireshark to intercept data being transmitted over the network. If the person isn't whispering, or in this case, encrypting their data, anyone can hear what's being said. Hackers rely on people's desire to connect for free, and as a result, they gain valuable data with little effort. This is why using a virtual private network is essential. Whenever you connect to a public Wi-Fi network, it encrypts your data, turning it into a jumble of meaningless symbols that a hacker cannot decipher. Social engineering. When your friends are not really your friends. Hackers don't always rely on technical skills alone. They also prey on human weaknesses. Social engineering is all about manipulating people into giving away confidential information. In 2024, hackers increasingly impersonate friends, relatives, or colleagues to gain access to social media accounts. These impersonations are often convincing because hackers have gathered information directly from your posts and those of your friends. For example, you might get a message from your cousin who urgently needs you to click on a link. They'll throw in a personal detail to convince you they're real. Remember the road trip last summer? Click here to see the pictures. Boom. One click and your account is compromised. These types of scams are particularly effective because they play on your emotions and sense of trust. Data breaches. Your details are for sale. In 2024, data breaches have been frequent and devastating. Large-scale breaches at major companies have exposed millions of email addresses, usernames, and passwords. These breaches are a goldmine for hackers because people tend to reuse passwords across multiple platforms. Once hackers have your credentials from one breach, they'll try them on every popular social media platform they can think of. If you haven't changed your password in a while, or if you use the same password for Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, you're essentially handing them access. Hackers sell these credentials on the dark web to the highest bidder, or they use them for their own purposes. It's essential to change passwords regularly. Use unique passwords for each site, and use tools like Have I Been Pwned to check if your data has been compromised. How to defend yourself. Armor up night. Use strong, unique passwords. This cannot be stressed enough. Don't make a hacker's life easy. A strong password isn't just about complexity but uniqueness. A passphrase like "My cat eats lasagna on Tuesdays" is long, memorable, and tough to crack. Activate two-factor authentication. Adds another layer of security. Even if a hacker had your password, they'll need a code from your phone to get in. Think of it as having a lock on your door and then a guard standing outside. Don't click random links. Links and messages are like Pandora's box. Once clicked, you could unleash all sorts of trouble. Always verify links. Even clicked, it's too late. Be skeptical of every link, even if it appears to come from a trusted friend. Hackers can easily impersonate others, so double-check the sender before opening anything. VPN on public Wi-Fi. Public Wi-Fi is convenient but risky. Always use a VPN when connecting to public networks, as it will encrypt your internet traffic and make it significantly harder for anyone to intercept your data. The final word. Hackers are persistent, but you can outsmart them. Social media is more than just a platform for sharing. It's become an integral part of how we interact with the world. In 2024, as hackers have grown more persistent and inventive, our awareness and defenses must evolve too. Hackers are interested in social media not only because it's valuable, but because, frankly, it's easy. They exploit the fact that most people are careless with passwords, overly trusting with friends, and eager to use public Wi-Fi without thinking of the risks. The key to staying safe is being proactive. Implementing strong passwords, being cautious with unknown links, Using two-factor authentication and regularly updating your privacy settings can go a long way in ensuring that your social media accounts don't become the next jackpot for hackers. The digital world is a jungle, but with the right armor and awareness, you can avoid becoming a victim. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this and don't want hackers turning your accounts into their next vacation fund, hit that like button and subscribe, because staying secure is better than getting a surprise trip to Siberia without a code. See you next time.